Hey everybody, this is Mike and Alex.
How you guys doing?
With Anglers, and we're here for the fishing report. I'm joining Alex for another week. I had so much fun doing video with you the other day. I was like, I gotta get in on this week's fishing report.
Funny.
Anyway, let's get into it.
All right, let's get started, guys. Fishing report, rockfish. They're still biting. I know you guys were out there catching fish the other day. Pretty much the hottest bite right now has been still inside the Chester River, for what I've heard. Most guys are telling us there's good sized fish over there inside the Chester. And it's consistent. That's a big key word. Consistent bite inside the Chester River. It's not like most of the other areas where it's on and off right now. Incoming tides or, outgoing in the afternoon. You got to have some tide movement in the evening, afternoon hours, and, you'll get some fish moving through there. Besides that, we're talking about the Severn River has picked up. Shallow water fishery in the Severn River has been consistent this week. Topwater lures, your smackets, spooks, all that kind of stuff around, south of Round Bay, mainly around the Naval Academy, and most of the points north of that have been consistent. Same thing. Early mornings, evenings, that's been hot. You guys fishing down towards Thomas Point and south of the Bay Bridge, those areas have been kind of steady picking up since those fish are starting to move now from the north part to, a little bit south of the Bay Bridge. Consistent, it's been consistent around the lighthouse, but besides that, it hasn't been too productive around the ledges yet. We did get some reports from people trolling around Tollies down towards Bloody Point, picking up good sized fish, and we did get some good reports of fish over 30 inches to 35 inches, pretty much between Tollies and Bloody Point. So, that's going to be a consistent bite there probably because those fish are moving in and out.
Yeah, and I think just to piggyback off of what you're just saying, the shallow water bite's been good too. You guys are plugging shallow water rattle traps, lipped baits and stuff, but in turn, because those fish are working those shallows and they're working the mouths and the rivers, when they do come out, you're seeing a lot more people catching fish in that 10 to 15 feet of water during the daytime. So for those guys bottom bouncing, jigging, you're going to find them more on shoals. Tollies, like you were just saying, in between Thomas Point, you're going to find them in those areas as opposed to your 25 to 35 foot ledges that you may find them on in the summer. They're gonna be working that shallow water a little more and kind of coming in and out of those areas, which is great because then you can do a little plugging, a little slow trolling, all that kind of stuff.
This is the time of the year when you can pretty much
pick your poison.
Yeah.
You can just throw anything in the water, actually. You'll catch them. Doesn't matter.
Yeah. Just find a fish, and and then you'll see from there. But but besides that, bluefish, we haven't heard much. I think they're not. I'm not gonna say they're all gone, but pretty much if you're pretty far south, down towards Point Lookout and whatnot, might still have some bluefish. Yeah. But mainly everything like perch fishing, I know, has been pretty decent around the area. Most of those perch are kind of, I guess, coming out the creeks now to the mouth of the rivers, a little bit deeper water. Oyster beds and whatnot. It's going to be, it's going to produce some good sized perch for this time of the year. Besides that, pickerel fishing. I know you've done some pickerel fishing and it's pretty good inside the Magathie. Now people are starting to do that even more. I heard from one of our staff members here that, they went out in the Magathie, caught probably about 25 pickerel, and most of them were 20 to 23 inches. Yeah. So that's, that's one of those things. If you don't want to go out in the bay and go for rockfish, there is other options out there pretty much with pickerel and, maybe even some snakeheads up there. Yeah.
Yeah. So, for you snakeheadaholics, it's kind of like, you can just take your lures out now and just hit the local creeks for the pickerel at the same time. So I feel like we might be double dipping soon on the pickerel and snakehead. I think
like I said, that's in the Severn and Magathie, but pretty much anywhere up in the eastern shore like Tuckahoe Creek and whatnot, it's pretty much transitioning to that point now. And, soon enough, we're going to start seeing yellow perch. Yeah. So, don't be surprised if you go out there and you catch one or two yellow perch because it is that time of the year. Most people don't know about that fall bite for yellow perch, but they pretty much come up in stage 4 the winter and the spring. So there is those other options there.
Yeah, you'll find them flat on the bottom, minnows, real nice. Minnows. Have you heard of anybody? So I know people are still live lining right now, but spot are kind of on their way out. What have you been hearing on the spot?
I've been hearing about, most guys that are live lining are south, and they're pretty much going to be in, the mouth of the Potomac, Patuxent River.
Okay, so the spot have moved out.
Out pretty much, and it's becoming a live lining eels or live lining small perch. So if you can get out there in the Bay Bridge, you can still live line. use some medium-sized eels and white perch, and it's gonna work pretty much anywhere. You know, you find those that structure, and you know you can live line around. But yeah,
and there's still people running trot lines out
Yeah.
there too. So crabbing still kind of a thing until we get at least another snap of poles. So just add that one on top.
So
Just
that's
tack
been
it on
pretty
in
good.
there.
Yep. And that's pretty much most of what's going on around here, Ocean City wise. You know, same thing as last week. A lot of tog around the Route 50 bridge. Still some sheepshead around, and the flounder bite apparently had picked up in the past few days here, with most people using those white gulp mullets and the pink mullets on, you know, jig heads or bucktails right around the channel there, and that's been really the hot bite down there for this week. And a lot of keeper sized rockfish now at night, pretty much, and the night tide movement has been, you know, picking up with a lot of oversized, you know, keeper size for the ocean is 28, so keep that in mind. But that's been one of those things if you want to venture down there and do some ocean fishing for, you know, inshore, I guess.
Great hotel rates this time of year.
Yep.
So that's always important too.
Yep, there you go. And that's pretty much it for the fishing report. I mean, you know, besides that, snakeheads, you know, we'll get a few more weeks on those, just like crabs. The next super cold snap, we'll probably kind of shut them off completely, but you know, they're still catching a few in Blackwater and most of the areas. So,
but look for the striped bass fishing. Just pick up from here on out. It's going to be good for at least another month, as long as the weather stays right. So that'll be good. But anyway, so the reason I'm here is for our fourth installment of the customer appreciation preview. So I had to have Alex with me because, you know, he's our rod and reel guy here, and we've been highlighting all this Penn Shimano stuff, and people would keep saying, well, what else is on sale? Well, first off, everything's on sale. All the rods, all the reels, all the combos.
The whole
but there are other
sale.
featured combos other than the Shimano, and let's start with this little guy right here. This has been probably our most popular new combo from Penn this year. This is the
it's a Penn Fierce 6000 on an actual jigging style, like heavy duty jigging style rod. So if you're cobia fish, if you bottom fish offshore like black sea bass, all that kind of stuff, that's going to be the combo for you guys. I mean,
if you
nice
just like
sturdy
a big
rod, you know, if you're one of those guys that likes to go out there and actually catch some stingrays, because I know some guys like to do that. Heavy duty rod, it's going to be a shorter rod. It's going to be about a 6 foot rod, but it just has a lot of backbone, so great for all those applications. You know,
and this is the new Fierce 3, so we have the upgraded drag on it as well. So we're doing these on special for the event. We actually specially did these as well with 50-pound braid, and we fully loaded it. We know most of you guys who are especially doing this offshore jigging, you're not going to want mono. You're going to want a heavier pound braid. So we loaded it 300 yards of braid. This would usually be $154.99. And this is going to be $99 on sale. Even without the braid, it's usually $120. $99 is insane.
So great deals on that. I mean,
or actually from our last video, crazy. It's crazy.
Yeah.
The next one is kind of like the go-to for the bay, for sure. So this is the Fierce 4000 live liner. Of course, it's the new Fierce 3 live line. We have it pre-rigged for live lining or chumming here. So this combo is usually $119. It's going to be on sale for $99. That's a phenomenal deal for that too. And then on the trolling side, probably our most popular bay trolling combo, good for early season, mid-season, summer, all that good stuff.
Purpose,
it's the Squall 30 level wine. It's usually $179.99. It's going to be $139.99.
What?
Pre-spooled with 40-pound monofilament. So we're going to have that one available too. Of course, all the Penn combos are going to be sale. All the Penn reels. All our lures,
everything.
We're gonna have reps here.
Everything.
It's gonna be a whole thing, a whole thing. So we hopefully look forward to seeing you guys picking up on these great deals. And
awesome
Alex
deals.
will be with you next week on the fishing report. Who knows? Maybe even I will too.
Yeah. All right, guys. Have a good one.